Hello, welcome to Video Mania 2. I'm the man behind the counter, Duncan, and today we're going to talk about a new Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome. This is part of their VSA line. This was part of their Black Friday sale that I jumped all over when I saw this was announced. So it is TC 2000 starring Billy Blanks, Jalal Merhi, Bolo Young, Bobby Phillips, and Matthias Hughes. So it has a cast from that those video martial arts movies, the straight-to-video martial arts movies that came back in that era. And I'll go into the special features and the transfer, and I'll go into the story, too. Believe it or not, I had never actually seen TC 2000. It wasn't available to stream, so I never got to take a look at it. I guess I just never picked it up for whatever reason. And this movie is a crazy concoction. I would say take Cyborg, Talons of the Eagle, obviously, because of the martial arts and a lot of the same cast and crew. So you have that obvious one. And then you have Prayer of the Roller Boys. So take those three movies, throw them together, and you get TC 2000. And this movie takes place in 2020 when the world sucks. And the ozone layer has been depleted and the air sucks. And so the rich people built kind of an underground city. And Billy Blanks plays Jason Storm. Bobby Phillips plays his partner Zoe. And they kind of protect the underground city. It's a classic case of the haves and the have-nots. And so that they kind of guard the border and keep, the gang element, which has taken over the surface world, they keep it out. And there are several gangs up there, and it's pretty hard living. And Jalal Merhi plays the villain, and his name is Nicky Picasso. And Jalal Merhi's a villain here, and he's kind of over the top. And so it was a really different role for him. And so he is trying to get into the underground city, and he has help from the inside, and that's revealed later in the plot. But Jason Storm begins to question everything he knows, and he becomes disillusioned. There's some things that happened to Jason Storm, and he's like, you know what, I'm out of here. He ends up in the surface world where he meets a guy named Sumai, who is a martial arts master, played by the great Bolo Young. If you've seen Bloodsport, Enter the Dragon, Double Impact, you know who Bolo Young is. And Bolo Young is really good here. And Bolo Young, the thing about him is he doesn't speak much, but his facial expressions and his physical expressions are always so good, and he says so much, with those. So his ability to do that was really cool to watch, especially in TC 2000. He really shined here. And so, his role is, he teaches Jason Storm martial arts and helps him become a better warrior. And so Jason Storm has to uncover this plot and find out what's really going on. It takes some twists and turns. And this movie has tons of martial arts action. So it's really cool to watch all this stuff, and everybody was game for it. And Bobby Phillips playing Zoe, she was really good too. And her character is very integral to the plot. Now, let's get into the transfer and the artwork. The transfer is the 4K scan from the original negative. And Vinegar Syndrome, I have a few of their 4K scanned releases on Blu-ray. And I even have a 4K release, a couple of them, Rad and Beastmaster, respectively. And they both look great. And TC 2000 is no exception. This looks absolutely amazing. And the sound and the music score by Varouge, who does a lot of the stuff like Talons of the Eagle and Tiger Claws and stuff that Jalal Merhi, the different projects he produced and starred in. The musical score is there, and it's really, really good. So, for a smaller budget thing, the music score is quite good. And it wasn't recycled, it's an original thing for this film. So, Varouge continues to do well with these smaller budget scores. So, take a look for that for some of those other releases from that era. So anyway, let's get into the artwork. This is the original one that I see on the video store shelves. And then you have the new artwork Vinegar Syndrome had. This is really cool, actually. I really like it. And when you open it up, here's the Blu-ray casing itself. And, it's reversible. And it also comes with a poster that has the artwork that I showed you here, and inside All right. Now, special features. Vinegar Syndrome really went all out with this. We have, obviously, the new 4K scan from the original negative. We have brand new commentary with Jalal Merhi and Billy Blanks. And we have an interview, a new one with Jalal Merhi, where he looks back on it a little bit. And it's really cool to hear his perspective, almost 30 years later. And also Billy Blanks, a new interview with him. And there's also electronic press kit, like when they send out to distributors, because it got a theatrical release, very limited in the U.S., but in other parts of the world it was released, pretty substantially. So there's kind of electronic press kit and like behind the scenes, and you got to see a little bit of that. And they took like archival footage. It was really cool to watch. So a lot of cool stuff on here. And subtitles are available if you need it. And the artwork that I just showed you is phenomenal. So this is an awesome release. It's never looked or sounded better, I'm sure, because the only other release was like if you could find a VHS on eBay or something. So, I'm so glad this got its due here. And I'm amazed I never watched it back in the day, because if you had told me, hey, Duncan, let's take Cyborg, Towns of the Eagle, and Prairie of the Roller Boys and throw it together in this crazy martial arts sci-fi movie, I'd have been all over it. But for whatever reason, I didn't see it. So I'm glad I ordered this. This is a limited edition of 5,000, and you'll have an individual number on this sturdy slipcover here. It has the number of it. Which one? So anyway, I'm so glad Vinegar Syndrome made this. They really hit a home run. And the movie is a ton of fun. I had a smile on my face the whole time. I worked all night, and I came home, cut this on, and man, am I glad I got to watch it. So it's good stuff. And also, if you like classics from the video store era, obscure stuff, give Video Mania 2 a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. So that pretty much covers it today. I got another special edition Blu-ray to talk about tomorrow, and I'll see you then. So take care until next time.